off work late, and then we had some extra errands that she needed to run. So yeah.
That's okay. I was just sitting here listening to how wrong Jacob can be in 40 minutes. So.
Which is 0. I am 0 wrong at all times. I am 100% right every time I open my mouth, even when it's a yawn. It's completely right.
No, he was raised by them. That's.
I was raised to believe everything I say is right. All right. So it's just like the whole Batman knocking people out thing. All right, so let's see. Last time we had Leo and Camden. You guys broke the world. Congratulations. And now you're heading to fight a swarm of death bugs from beyond.
Yep.
Well, actually, I think they're like some kind of what did we call them?
The Vry.
Yeah, the Vry, and they're like monkey bugs.
Yeah, they're graduates from the Vry University.
Well, yeah, they got their associates in liberal arts, but
From the Vry University. Oh no.
They're all rogue scholars because that's what a liberal arts degree is in Rifts. It's like, I'm a dragon, I'm a glitter boy, I'm a juicer, I have a degree in liberal arts. Oh, you're dangerous, dude. Well, I would be if we had any non-combat skills, but we don't. That's okay, though. Our combat skills don't really exist either. So, all right. Let's do this. So, yeah, you were heading with Roberts to the tower, to the big coalition thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to. Did I miss anything? I'm trying to remember if there's anything I missed.
I think we were just ready to go ahead and charge in, more or less.
Yep.
All right, and you got a free pass on Leo. You got a free pass in T-Rex territory, so because you're friends with a T-Rex. That's Leo's whole shtick: is make friends with thing you should not possibly make friends with. Because Mary, leader of the Blackfoot, she's your pal because you knocked her out. T-Rex is your pal. Everybody's your friend.
That's fair.
You're the likable loser. You're the bad news bears of Glitter Boys.
I'll buy that.
Now I kind of am picturing the bad news bears of Glitter Boys in my head, and that's really funny.
Well, the book is really bad news. So.
Yeah, they're really loud bad news bears. So. All right, so yeah, you're cruising along at what, 40 miles an hour or whatever you guys run at.
Something like that, yeah.
Who needs speeder bikes, right? Seriously, you guys are both crazy fast, and that's not okay. That can't be healthy. Well, you got a robot suit, so you're fine. But Camden, that can't be healthy.
I'm pretty sure it's fine.
It's pushing my body far beyond its capabilities. Okay, so yeah, you were on the hill looking down on it, and the building is partially collapsed. There does appear to be some sort of movement, but not a lot, mostly in the center of the building.
Yeah.
You got that through your sensors, if I remember right from last time.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then you just got that through your sensors. So, all right, so what's the plan?
I don't know that we have one.
So the plan that we had last time was that we needed to close the rift, or at least close whatever is left of the rift here.
Right. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly closed. Like you changed enough of the magic flow that this place doesn't work as a rift center anymore.
Okay. There was something else Roberts was going to do that we had to stand guard over him for.
Yeah, he has to fully close the rift because like it's still there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't really.
We have that. Between last time and today, I thought if we knew where the base's power system was, or self-destruct mechanism, or something like that, we could set that off as well. Barring that, if they have an armory or a place where they keep explosties or something like that.
Coalition. They have an armory.
Yeah. But if there's
they had to retreat. I'm betting that is still full of stuff. So yeah, you can totally do that. You have demolitions? Anybody?
Still don't have demolitions, no.
Okay, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, Now, this is how we ended up with the bomb that we carried on a Red Wagon Flyer.
You know what? You probably do have. Actually, no, you don't have radio communications anymore because the earthquake and everything probably shook the big radio tower that they built real fast down. So yeah, you'll be trying to do it on your own. Do you have computers? Like some kind of computer skills?
The closest I have is basic electronics.
Okay, so you can, yeah, because why would people know how to use computers in the future?
Well, what is weapon systems?
Weapon systems is using, that is an excellent question. Because I was about to answer it, and then I was like, I don't know.
Because just from the name, it sounds like it'd be relevant if you're, wiring up high-energy weapons.
Okay, so it's pilot-related, weapon systems. This is the complete understanding of weapon units and systems incorporated into military vehicles, power armor, and robot vehicles. It includes lasers, particle beams, railguns, missile and grenade launchers, cannons, and vehicle weapon systems. Adds a special bonus of +1 to strike when using these types of weapons. Oh, so you had an extra +1 on your robot suit.
I've already got that factored in.
Okay.
What I was trying to figure out is, like the non-combat application, does that include things like setting Eclipse to overcharge and explode and things like that?
I'm going to make sure that Demolitions doesn't specifically call it out as something it does, and if not, then that sounds exactly like what it would do.
Yeah, because I'm really learning that you should just have demolition skills for everything.
Well, there's like 4 skills in this that you really just want to have lots of. Demolitions, wilderness survival, what is it, awareness or detect ambush. That's about it. You don't need anything. Oh, prowl, because you want to sneak sometimes. All right, demolitions. Advanced knowledge of the use and working of explosives and detonation devices for the purpose of blowing up bridges, buildings, and sabotage. Okay, so I'll just say it's a little bit harder for you with the weapons, because I think it would, as long as you're using, like if you're setting the robot missile launchers and stuff to explode.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be basically just doing the opposite of what you would normally do. The hard part is getting it to actually explode the way you want it to.
Yeah.
So.
I'm actually thinking back to The Hunt for Red October, the film, not the book, where Tupolev sets the fuses in his torpedoes to go off immediately. I'm thinking something basically like that.
Okay.
Like, the doors are closed, but the missiles will fire anyway. There's an impact trigger; they'll go off. Bad things happen. Something along those lines.
So, yeah. So that'll do well, and then so you're going to be doing that. Camden, I'm guessing then you're defending Roberts?
Sure.
That's a good idea, because those two can probably sneak in much better than I can.
That's probably true.
If I'm with them, I'm probably going to get a lot of attention.
Actually, do shifters have stealth or prowl?
He does. He took his OCC related.
He took it as an OCC related. Nice. Yeah, they've got enough skills related to that I'll say, sure, he has prowl. Well, they got all kinds of wilderness skills for whatever reason.
Because they're out in the wilderness.
Well,
because nobody wants them in town.
I guess. Get out, you.
Yeah, we'll take the DBs and the testosterone.
But we won't take the Irish. I mean, shifters.
Now I'm going to play an Irish shifter. But no.
Shifty McShifter pants. Your typical Irish shifter.
He only opens rifts after he gets really drunk, but no.
Yeah. No, I will say this. Running this game has actually helped me write where the Antelope plays significantly more, because it shows me the gaps as well as the parts that work well. Because I actually do think like the combat works pretty okay when you're using it right. And I don't think I've ever used it right. I think it's really my issue.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we're splitting into 2. All right, Camden, go ahead and make a prowl roll. Do you have prowl?
I believe so. Oh yeah, bonus.
Well, actually, do you want to like figure out the layout first with your sensors and whatnot? To like give yourself a map, Leo.
I
can do that. Yeah.
You have sensory thing, right?
Oh, I did. I don't know if this new set of armor has it.
I have read sensory equipment.
No, I'm talking about the skill. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you said you had great sensory equipment.
Read sensory equipment.
Go ahead and make read sensory equipment to get a solid map that you can link up with Camden's multi-optics helmet.
9+ will succeed, so that's a 12, so success.
That'll do. All right, so you guys have a pretty good layout with all of your equipment and heat sensors and all the sensors. So, all right. So, Camden, you are heading in. Go ahead and make me a stealth roll, or a prowl roll.
Right, I'm just trying to remember. OCC related succeeds on what?
I believe that's 12.
Oh, plus, yeah.
Oh, sounds right.
And there was a special modifier if your percentage was better than like 10%.
Yeah.
You actually got like a further.
I'm pretty sure you wrote down on your thing, Cameron. If I remember right, I don't have your sheet up.
Yeah, I got it. I got 15, so we're good.
Oh, we're good. All right. So yeah, as you're creeping, you and Roberts are creeping through. Roberts is he's like a 60-year-old ninja. You know, he's just right along with you. And as you're creeping through the rocks and in the dark, because there's still lots of dust and stuff raining around and everything, and you hear a few of the Vry clicking and clacking at each other and moving heavy rocks and stuff, but you can creep right by them.
Okay.
Unless you want to try and take them out Splinter Cell style.
I was kind of thinking about it.
There's no way this could go wrong. It's just two of them.
Oh, there's only two of them?
Yeah.
I might need this armor next battle, though, so I'll...
That's true. Because last time you did get hit once.
Yeah. They sucker punched me.
So you're going to just creep by?
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and creep by.
Okay. We'll jump from you to Leo. Leo, you are heading in. The armory is buried under a bit of a rock slide. It shouldn't be too much of a problem for you. The hard part will be not drawing attention in your bright, shiny suit that clomps loudly on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to try and stealth, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying, because if you did draw their attention, you could probably take them and draw some of them away from your compatriots.
Hmm.
I mean, that's just a tactic that occurred to me, maybe, if you wanted to. You can go either way. Or a third way if you can come up with one. I'm down.
The thing that I was worried about was, are they sensitive to the rift being closed? Like, could they feel it? Would they know where to go if they started sensing it? And if so, was that the time for distraction tactic? So I was kind of saving it for that.
Okay.
But,
yeah, they probably could. Like, they're fairly mad. Like, Roberts is terrified of them because they eat magic. You know.
Right. I was pretty much saving the boom gun for that time.
Okay.
And if we grab them earlier, it feels like I would need to tackle pretty much all of them, and that's not going to work.
Cool.
So stealth for now.
That works. Well, it's only 10 feet tall, and so what is the... Hold on, I'm going to look up something real quick, because I have a really dumb idea. So
I can tell you from what I think would be likely in this setting, if power armor is a thing, then they have probably replaced things like forklifts and carrying systems.
Actually, Rift Sourcebook 1 has the only ones I've found so far of basically robot suits that you use in place of forklifts. Labor bots is what they call them.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying they probably have accommodations for
Oh
things.
yeah, no, this is a coalition base. Everything is, the hallways are a good 12 to 14 feet high.
Mm-hmm.
So long as your boom gun is down and not up,
Yeah.
you're good. Yeah, because it's designed for power armor, and Samus armor is... How tall is Samus armor? Well, maybe you have to duck because they use Samus armor.
That's right.
It's 8 feet tall, so yeah, it's a little tight, but you can fit.
Okay.
Because it's comfortable for Samus armor to walk down the hallway, because the armory is where they'd have to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's also got their big tool bench full of stuff and everything. Like, you can see it with your radar, kind of the brief outline. So it's got a lot of stuff in it. All right, so go ahead and make me a prowl roll, but make it as if it's untrained.
Untrained is 18 or better?
Yep.
Oh, that's going to suck.
Well, you're in a 10-foot robot.
Well, you do. You always roll 1, 2, or 20.
Yeah, you really only have the two options.
Does physical prowess apply here?
Yes, absolutely.
21.
That'll do. So somehow you managed to sneak in with a giant robot suit made of chrome. But,
Awesome.
all right, so yeah, you managed to dig out a big enough hole in the rubble knockdown to get into the armory, and it's like Christmas in here. It's just wall-to-wall weapons, bits of robot suits. It looks like maybe a working Samus suit or one that's dang near working.
Okay.
Missiles, lots of missiles, fusion blocks, everything, which are pocket nukes, basically. So
these are the things I want to set off. If I recall, the knowledge an Army guy told me was the rule for equipment is you must be at least 10% smarter than all equipment you operate.
that is a military rule. It's the 10% rule.
So hopefully some of this stuff is fairly easy and has something like this side towards enemy level, simple instructions.
Well, actually, it wouldn't have. It just has pictures because most coalition are illiterate, despite the fact that all the coalition OCCs give you literacy. So, it's one of those things that I find interesting. It's like, wait, so most of the coalition is illiterate, but most people join the military at some point in their life, and all the military OCCs, or most of them, give you literacy. How does that work? But that's okay. But yeah, so it's got pictures of how to use it.
Okay.
So, and you know how to use this stuff. Like this is like, oh, fusion blocks. Yeah, I know how to use these.
Excellent. So aside from setting up the plan that we had, I want to see if I can grab like a spare, like a backup rifle, like a suit-sized, melee weapon or something, just in case.
Well, actually,
I see a lot of fighting.
Suit size is just regular size. Like it's just regular size because the hand unit isn't much bigger than a human hand unit.
It's supposedly like 3 times thicker. So.
Yeah, but it also says you can use. I believe it says you can use regular stuff.
You can use it. Actually literally says you can use stuff if it's been specially modified or is robot sized. So.
All right, so let's take a look here. I'm thinking a railgun.
Yeah.
Let's see if they have a coalition railgun. Actually, you already a boom gun is a railgun, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just gonna take the stat block off like the Samus armor.
Yeah. So the C40R Samus railgun. The hard part is getting the drum off in it because it's that's fed into the backpack thing.
If it proves to be a lot of problem, I'll just skip it because my priority here is to set this thing up.
Well, let's actually go with a missile launcher. You can grab because the coalition has a CR1 rocket launcher.
Okay.
Which any mini missile, and it's usually loaded with armor piercing, so that does 1d4 times 10 mega damage. Actually, 2d4 times 10 because of my modification. It fires only one missile, but you can reload it pretty quick.
Okay.
So you can fire one missile per round, not per individual turn, but per 15-second interval.
Okay.
All right. So while you're doing that, actually, go ahead and make the weapon system roll. If you roll low, like if you roll too low, then it'll still go off. It's just the timing is going to be a bit off. Basically, this is to see how long it's going to take.
Okay. So IQ applies?
Actually, I think this would be mental endurance.
Okay, I get the same bonus for that, so that's fine.
Okay, so because it's basically just how well you focus. Like okay, don't blow my fingers off.
If this touches the brass, we're gone.
Yeah, you and I will both be the last people we ever see. I love you, man.
All right.
I love the movie.
7 or higher succeeds.
Uh-huh. There we are. Okay. You are pretty darn sure you did it right. Your dad would be proud. He was the demolitions expert. You were never quite there.
Mm-hmm.
During training, you'd always end up with the paint all over you.
Yeah.
Your sister had talent for it, but you never quite got it.
Mm-hmm.
But you did it this time. You're like, yep, that's for you, Dad. So, All right, Camden. Jumping back to you. So you make it through the rubble without drawing without drawing any attention because you're super sneaky. You're like a ninja, but with a Darth Vader thing on the front of your chest. So, and in the center room, one of the walls kind of collapsed, but it's still standing, and it's this giant like tower room. So it's like 70 feet tall, and right in the center of it is what's left of a rift. Like, it doesn't look like a rift, and you've seen them, Camden, because you fought in the Tolkien campaign,
right?
And rifts were used as weapons there. So, it doesn't look like a rift, but it definitely doesn't look like normal space. Like, there's like dimensional bleed, if that makes, like, it looks like multiple places simultaneously occupying the same place. And Roberts is like, oh no, I don't know what that is, but I'll try.
All right. You're really making me confident here, Doc.
It's like, well, we changed the nature of magic in this region. I literally don't know what this is going to do. But I do know that once I start, I can't stop, and it's going to take me about 15 minutes. If it works at all, that's about how long it'll take, so we'll know then. If these are the Vry that I've heard of in my travels, they'll know about it. So make any preparations you need to make now.
Well, my travel agent's on vacation, so I guess I'm stuck here with you.
So, yeah, there's a couple entrances to the room, but there's loads of rubble and whatnot, so you could probably channel them into one place if you wanted to try that.
I could channel them into one place?
Yeah, like if they're coming, you could make the easiest route to come into one that you could cover with your rifle.
Oh, right. Sorry.
like channeling rivers, you know, like you can.
For some reason, I thought we were outside. I didn't realize we were in a room.
No, it's a 70-foot tall. Well, I mean, yeah, you're not in the room yet, but there doesn't appear to be any beasts in here, which is odd when you think about it.
Yeah, considering where we are, they all know to stay away from this place. I'm the only dumbass dumb enough to be here.
Even the bad guys know better than to come here.
Yeah. Oh, this will be great. Yeah, no, but definitely, I would try and set up a shooting now.
Okay, so you're going to move a bunch of rocks. That shouldn't take too long. And you rolled high enough on your prowl that we'll just carry it forward. That's probably one of my favorite burning wheel rules is carry it forward.
Yeah, I've been using it a lot for other things, and people are like, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, it makes sense, too. It's like, okay, because the more often you roll, the better your chance of failure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you move a bunch of rocks. You're super strong. You're good to go. And these are all big. Like, you pack them in as tight as you can. It won't hold off a prolonged assault, but if you only need to hold for 15 minutes, it should hold.
Oh, should. Good. Yep, I'm good with should.
So if you have any skills that you think might help you,
No, not really.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember what skills a juicer has.
Combat. We just have a giant skill that says combat.
just have one skill, and it's just kicking butt all day long.
Kicking butt and chewing bubblegum, but we're all out of bubblegum.
Because it's a post-apocalypse. Bubblegum trees died out years ago. All right, so all right. Well, if you give the nod to Roberts, he's going to start drawing his circle and doing the stuff he needs to do.
Now, even though the big antenna's out, I would imagine that Leo and I can still communicate.
Oh heck yeah! You guys are less than 100 yards apart, really. So
yeah, I'm not going to yell out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like you're in the same building, so yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, so I'm gonna radio to him first, make sure that.
There is a fair bit of static due to the disturbances in the air. So what are you calling him out for?
I'm just gonna make sure he's ready.
Yep.
All
And
right.
if or when you need distracting, or cover fire, let me know. I'll try to take care of that as well.
Oh, we'll probably know
You're
as soon as
talking
Robert
as you're putting things into the box. Yes, I'm fine.
And how are you? Is this important? All right then. Go ahead and tell Robert to.
All right, so yeah, Roberts pulls out some chalk and some salt and starts drawing a big circle around the center of the room with all kinds of arcane markings. Camden, are you literate?
Yes.
In what language?
English, Japanese, and Mexican, I believe.
Okay, so not Draconian. Okay, well it's in Dragon. It's in Dragonese.
I would not be able to read that.
Dragonese is one of the common languages. But yeah, so he's drawing them out, and it's this really kind of curvy, really beautiful looking language, with some odd harsh angles in there. And all the while he's kind of chanting. And as he completes the first circle, the air starts to fluctuate and flicker between them rather than just all mesh together.
Oh, good. I'm hoping that's a good sign.
Maybe.
It helps me be an optimist.
That never hurts to be an optimist, right? It only hurts to be an optimist if the pessimists are right.
Yeah.
So, all right. Leo, you hear some clattering and some scurrying of monkey feet outside.
How far away am I from done?
Well, we'll see you're about done. So
Okay.
another couple seconds, and basically you hear it as you're like putting the last bit together and putting the timer on.
Okay. So the one thing I don't want is for anybody to come in here and mess with this. So any of the doors or entrances that I can just seal off or make inaccessible, I think that's my next step.
Yeah, there's just the one door. The Coalition are big on weapon safety. So, yeah, if you could just push the rocks back in place.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, and outside you see several of the Vry running from outside back towards the center of the thing, and you can see weird energy fluctuations on your sensors as the magnetics of the area start funking. Your compass starts wiggling back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably can assume they started the ritual.
Yep.
Are you going to do anything?
Do I have enough sensor coverage of the area to see large-scale movements of the Vry with any sort of reliability?
Probably. If you roll read sensor equipment, I mean, you've got the building in the way, which is going to be problematic, but
All right,
not impossible.
What I'm trying to figure out is what's my timing for really starting my distraction move. And
Well, you know it's going to take at least 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what you'd really need to know is how many Vry you have in the region.
Okay. That succeeds by 2.
Okay. So there appear to be maybe 50 of them, or less, or more. There's one kind of big heat signature in the center that might be multiple of them altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to say. That might be where the hive is, if they have a hive. No one's really sure because no one's ever survived them. So
if there are, actually, this is something I can do right now. Do I know from the mapping that we've done of the base, are there any key corridors or conduits through which you typically have to pass to get anywhere, and can I just shell those from some good, standoff location?
Well, the building itself is made of mega damage materials, so it'll be tricky. But yeah, there's a couple of choke points you could probably hit from a distance.
Okay, then I should probably get out of here and start working on that.
Okay. So you're running out. All right, Camden.
Nope.
You hear the light is very uncertain in here. It's all flickery. There's only one emergency light kind of working, and then there's light coming from the pseudo rift. That's flickering on and off as it cycles through universes. But you see weird shadowy figures outside in the hallway, and you hear the weird clicking sounds of the Vry.
Well, that sounds great. I should probably get ready to shoot some stuff.
Okay. And yeah, here they come. There's about 4 of them heading down the hallway towards you.
Yeah.
Because you're prepared, you'll get the initiative on.
I should have something that's not quite but the equivalent of a perch for right now. So okay. So how are we gonna do this? There's 4 of them. You know what? Since I actually set up for this, I probably would just I'd probably try and pick them off one by one.
Okay. Yeah, you've got like rocks and stuff in the way, so it's slowing them down. But
yeah,
they'll get to you this turn.
That's okay. I have 9 shots.
You got enough bullets for everybody?
Yeah. I brought it up for everybody, Pete.
All right. Well, I'm just going to roll once for their defense. That is a 6. So roll better than a 6.
Well, we got 1 natural 20.
That one's dead. We'll just say that.
118. I haven't even gone to my pluses. And 2 4s. Which
all right, and then by your 4th shot, 1 will beat you. So if you can't kill them in 4 shots.
I would hope I could. Let's take a look here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. That's right. You don't get any bonus except your actual weapon bonus.
And a level bonus, sort of, depending on which edition you're reading.
So really.
And if you have the sniper skill, that'll grant you a +1, and your multi-optics helmet grants you a +1.
Okay. So 2 of them I got to 6 on, and the other one I got an unnatural 20.
Okay.
I haven't tried
So you managed to drop all 4 then?
I tried to link it with probably not, because I seem to recall these bastards were hard to kill. Was it 3D6?
That is true. But the one that was a natural 20, he's dead, or it's dead. Now roll damage for the other ones, and remember add an extra die. To the.
Okay, so I've already got that.
Yeah, if you've already got it, great.
9.
Because we haven't actually had combat in a couple of sessions, so.
9, 15.
We must be the best role players ever, because I hear that if you get into combat and roll dice, you're not role playing.
9, 15, and 5.
All right. Well, 9, 15, and 5. Well, that doesn't take them out, but they are fairly damaged. Like you blow a hole in one of them. That's fairly extensive.
Well, they realized that me firing at them was just a warning. When they get closer, I get to use more bonuses.
Yeah. Well, they are closer now, so the 3 are around you, trying to bite you. Because again, you've pushed the rubble in a way that they have to come through you. So that one doesn't hit. If it's less than 4, you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And that's a 13. And that's a 13. So 2 13s. Roll to dodge. Or I guess parry. You could parry.
Yeah. Well, either way, it was
Let me know what you get.
4. Okay. Well, you said I could just parry? I don't have to roll.
Or dodge, either one. You have an auto dodge, so it's not like...
Oh, right, because, so I've already used my auto dodge. Okay, come on, 2 or better.
Well, your automatic dodge means dodges don't cost...
Right, exactly. So that's right. My auto dodge, come on, 2 or better.
Come on, 2 or better. That's horrible. I call hacks.
Well, you know what? If it makes you feel any good, I rolled a 19 and a 1. So,
All right. Well, the 1 that hits you.
barely. But enough to hurt.
From their claws, and that is 9. That is 12.
So I forgot this armor that you can read it down. Urban Warrior 50 MDC. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, one scores a pretty solid hit on your armor, and the other one is an imbecile. All right. Jumping back to Leo for this turn, or for this round, you are far enough away now that you can have a solid view of everything.
Mm-hmm.
What is your plan?
I'm going to start shelling, concentrating on the places that I identified earlier. It's an MDC building, but I do awesome MDC damage. Basically, I'm trying to bring corridors down, make a loud noise.
That sounds like an actual weapons systems roll.
Okay.
Because I mean, you're going to do enough damage. That's a given. So this is all about doing it right. You know, like getting
any relevant stat.
We'll say intelligence.
Okay, so 7 or better succeeds. Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll come back to you in a second. So, Camden, while this is happening, while you're basically getting in a hand-to-hand fight with 3 Vry, you start hearing this boom, boom, boom. It's like things are just falling everywhere. Like you know, it's Leo. Leo's gone full throttle now.
My mixtape is fire, yo.
It's for reals. All right, your go now, Camden.
All right, then.
So far, you held them off. They're going to try and get past you this round, though. So.
Well, now I've got my blade, though.
I see.
Does as much damage. So what? There's 2 of them left.
3.
No, 3 left.
3, but one of them's pretty horribly wounded.
So I'm just gonna cheat and take my 4 moves together here, real quick. Just
okay.
Wait. Oh, actually, 5.
That's all right. They got a 2 on their dodge, so just roll a 4 or better.
2 natural 20s, a 7, a 4, and a 2. But I have, like, what is it now since I moved over to blades? Yeah, I've got something scary. We can assume that I just whooped them.
Well, with the 2 nat 20s, I'm going to say those happen pretty much simultaneously. Like, you just slice right through one's neck and then follow through by just jabbing one in the eye straight through with your blade.
I only meant to get one, and see, that's what threw me off and made me not hit the other one as well.
Yeah, you're like, whoa! That was fast. Even for me, that was fast. The last one, he's going to try and get past you. So this attack is basically to get past you, not to actually damage you. And you have to parry. You can't dodge this one, because if you dodge, he's just going to go past you.
Okay. So I have to use a move for that? Okay.
You got an 8. No, parries don't require a move. It's just to change your data.
All right. Let's see. Plus 11. So 30.
That's fine. Basically, you're now basically holding its hands back as it's rushing. All right. So
I should use 2 moves to do my mega damage power kick.
Well, you could do that next go round. All right. Jumping back to you, Leo. This isn't working. What you're doing didn't seem to work. Either your aim is off, or the coalition somehow reinforced their stuff better than you thought.
Okay.
You are blowing holes in it, but it's just not collapsing the way you wanted it to. That said, you can pick up. There's about, like I said, there's about 40 targets all kind of converging on the thing, and you can. I mean, your range is something like 1.5 miles. So
closer to 2 miles, but yeah, it's.
Yeah. So you can start picking them off if you want.
I'll do that.
And if you want to try and maybe get their attention and get them to draw into you rather than there.
Yes.
That would be, again, a weapon system check with mental affinity. Why not?
Okay. So 9 or better. Yep.
That'll do. Okay, you've managed to draw off about all of them. Like, laying down fire right in front of them, really pissing them off, and they're all coming towards you. So you got about 40 of them coming towards you.
Okay.
Camden, on your turn now. Again, you keep hearing that outside, the boom, boom, boom. Just constant boom gun fire. You can still hear really loud inside the building, so outside it's got to be insane. Also, the ground is shaking, whether that's from the gun or something else. Who can say? Roberts is really deep into his magic thing.
Mojo stuff, right? Okay.
And you've got this one by the thing. It's going to try and bite you, but you get to go first. So
I get to go first. Well then, yeah.
And it got a 9 to defend, whatever you're trying to do.
All right, let's see.
Or sorry, a 10 because it gives a +1 to defend.
Well, that's a 10 plus everything, so.
Yeah.
I would have hit him.
So go ahead and roll damage. This is the one that took 15, so it's got a bit of a hole in it, but.
Let's see.
And you're using your blade, I imagine?
Yeah. So 4, 4, 3 is 11.
11. It is not dead, but it is not happy. You managed to sever its tendons and its leg, so it's limpy now, and it's going to try and bite you though. That's the plan because you're in the way.
He can try.
That is an 11. Beat that. I think you need to beat a 4 or something, right?
My parry is +11, and that's weaker than my dodge.
So just don't roll a 1.
I got a 5. We're all right.
You're good. Yeah. So it's like, whoa, don't bite me in the face. That's not okay.
Bad pride. Bad.
Yes. All right.
My dog's like going, why are you yelling at me?
All right, Bill, Leo. I mean, you still got plenty of distance between you and the bug. So. Okay.
Do I have time? I didn't say that I did. Would I have brought like a couple spare fusion blocks or something like that with me?
Sure. Why not? I see no reason why you wouldn't.
Do I have time to set one in their path so that I can blow it when they cross over?
Yeah, you can. They come with a timer.
Okay.
So you can, if you time it right and throw it right. So roll me a weapon systems, I guess.
Okay. Any skill or any attribute?
For this, probably prowess, physical prowess, to land it just so.
So 5 or better. Yep.
That'll do. All right, so it lands. Camden, inside, you hear this boom, and the ground really starts shaking. And you can actually see through the darkened hallways. There's this really gross orange glow that flashes like a camera flash for half a second, and it leaves after images.
Leo's busy.
Yeah. Leo. There's a mushroom cloud, and now there's only about 15 of them.
Okay.
And they're not getting closer, but they're not going away. So.
You know, they said the tactical nuclear weapon was the one that landed on Germany.
Yeah.
So I'll take this.
This is a tactless nuclear weapon. It just barges in and lets you know who's in charge.
I will continue to snipe at them.
Okay. And until they get really close, it's not even going to be an issue. So you're taking out 1 or 2 at random.
Yeah.
Camden, you still got this one beastie. You're still locked in combat with it.
Okay.
What is your move?
I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. I just want to try.
Hey, Bill, you're echoing. Check. No, it's still bouncing.
Can you hear me okay?
I can. But I hear me too. Oh.
Yeah, I hear a weird echo, mostly when. Oh, now it's better. I think. Yeah. So, whatever it was. All right. So Camden.
I just wanted to see how much damage is in. I might still miss more. Okay.
And it's definitely going to try and avoid it. And it got 11. So.
Alright. That would be a. Here's mine. So 18, it looks like 18.
Okay, 18. That will do. Go ahead and roll damage. This should kill it unless you roll really low.
Well, it's all really low compared to Bill.
He's got a handgun.
I want a boom gun too.
That would do very bad things to you if you tried to fire a boom gun on your...
I don't know. I am a juice. I might survive.
We invented a new sport. It's called boom gun racing. You ride the boom gun.
I have supernatural strength.
Only juicers and other augmented humans can actually do it.
So I got 13 on that one.
All right, that'll do. Yeah, you basically gouge a big hole in this thing and it falls over dead. And you're breathing hard for you. Like, again, it's been a rough minute and a half. So, yeah. Roberts is still working his mojo, and the ground is still shaking. Which, again, you don't know if that's part of the ritual or if that's Leo outside or what. Leo, you're still taking out the trash. So, because again, they don't want to get too close, and yet they do want to kill you. So they're kind of working up the nerves. So you've got another couple rounds of killing, basically 8 a round.
Okay.
So you should have them all killed by next round.
Good enough.
All right, Camden, back to you. Your juicer senses are tingling because, yeah, the ground erupts, and a giant, what looks like maybe a cross between a mantis and an orangutan, but it's about 9 feet tall, comes crawling out of the ground right in front of you. It starts swinging its weird scythe hands at you, trying to kill you.
Well, that's not nice.
This might be the leader / boss. And it definitely wants to get to Roberts.
Yeah. Roberts, you almost done there?
13 minutes.
Crap.
She's got to hold it off for 13 minutes.
This is very. You get the scene with me cracking my knuckles and rotating and cracking the neck.
What's 4 times 13? That's how many rounds.
Hey, Bill?
Yeah.
Or Leo? Somebody asked if you could come out and play.
You can come to me or I can come to you.
Oh boy. Yeah, you should probably come over here.
All right, I will head in there.
All right. Meanwhile, roll initiative, both of you. And this critter will roll initiative. Natural 20. Oh.
Holy crap, 6.
All right. 20 as well.
Okay, so it goes first, then Leo, then Camden. All right. Now I need to come up with a cool name for it.
Mr. Ugly.
Mr. Ugly works.
That's what I call him. I don't speak his language.
No one does, because anyone who's been around them long enough is dead. Right, so it's going to try and cut you in half with its talons. Luckily, it doesn't roll very well, but it does have bonuses. So that's a 12. So don't roll a 1, I guess.
Okay. Close. At 21.
Okay. And let's think. And does. All right. Sorry, I had to write down all that. All right, Leo, I'm guessing you're heading in.
Right.
At your top speed, it'll take you about 2 rounds to get to where Camden's at.
Okay. So,
If
moving.
you want, I think what is it, robot piloting. You could probably speed that up by 1 round.
Okay.
However, if you fail, it would probably slow you down a bit. So.
I have the pilot robot combat, but I don't see something for piloting specifically.
Use pilot robot combat as a trained skill, basically. So.
Okay. So 10 or better.
Yeah.
If there's any stat bonus at all, I succeed. If not, then no.
Yeah, it would probably be physical prowess.
Then, yeah, 13.
Okay, that'll do. All right, so you got 1 round. All right, Camden.
Nope.
You are facing an 11-foot tall orangutan mantis.
I've had worse days.
Trying to cut you in half. So it is your move, sir.
Hmm. Yep. Well, interesting. Well, he's 11 feet tall, so it's gonna be stick a jab, stick a jab.
All right, so you're gonna come in and stab it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll it. It's gonna try and defend, but it's big, so it's gonna have a little bit of an issue defending against you. So it's just the raw. It's a 12.
Okay. Actually, look at this ambulance all up. 4. Where the heck is that? I guess 23.
That will do. So we'll go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 8.
8. All right. All right. All right, Leo, you are coming up on it as you see this thing get stabbed by Camden, and then it tries to jam its big scythe arm down into his forehead. And it does not. In fact, its hand gets stuck in the dirt, so it can't dodge this whatever next attack will be. All right, and Leo, it is your go, and you are down the hallway, so you can see it. You could shoot it if you want.
So its arm is immobile for a second. It's like stuck in there. It's gonna pull it out. Can I blow its arm off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Awesome.
Boom gun strike is +6. I forget what the called shot penalty is, but it's either like -2 or -4.
A called shot means you have to hit a 13 or higher.
Okay. So with the strike bonus, basically 7 or higher hits.
Yeah, basically, because it's normally you just have to hit a 4 or higher. Wow, you just barely
There you go.
A stop, shoot your pitons into the ground super fast, and go boom, and you're like, oh no, oh, okay, good, all right, no damage.
All right, 4d6 times 10.
Yes.
Okay. So 120 MDC.
Okay, that blows its arm clean off. It's bleeding weird ichor, kind of a viscous fluid. Camden.
Yo.
You're standing next to a scythe arm sticking out of the ground.
I'm covered in goo again, aren't I?
Yeah, and it's about as tall as you, so it's like oozing into your hair.
Yeah.
That's a good thing you only got the mohawk, right? Say it's gel and just spike it up some more.
Yeah. What's in his hair? You really don't want to know.
Even he doesn't want to know. It's your move.
I'm going to try and, I imagine it's somewhat reeling, if nothing else, the force of the flash would knock it back. I'm going to try and spin around and get behind it and stab it in the back. There's
okay.
No fighting like dirty fighting.
Mind you, it can now dodge because its arm is no longer stuck in the ground.
That's okay. Let's see if I can do this right.
I got a 13, so roll okay.
I also got a 13.
You also got a 13?
Okay.
Well, ties go to the attacker, so
Oh, nice.
roll damage.
Oh, that's a little bit better. 11.
All right.
Leo, you got it in my head.
All right. It's this creature's turn, and it spins around and starts charging towards you, Leo, and it's going to try and cut you up with its remaining arm. You are stuck to the ground, so you can't dodge. 7 plus 6, that is a 13.
Okay. Parry bonus is 4.
All right. You take some damage.
Okay.
And you take 40.
Okay.
So, yeah, it comes up and goes and just gouges a big scrape right down the center, right where you repaired it earlier. So it's just like, no, I just buffed that out. Now
I'm at 730 of 770 MDC on the main body.
yeah, he's wearing you down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, Leo, it's your go. Although I think he's a little too close for your boom gun to really be optimal. I don't know if there's actual rules for. Because, I mean, if he's right up on you, that thing's like 8 feet long.
Yeah.
Does that seem like a... I say maybe every shot counts as a wild shot, where you don't get your bonus at this range? Or?
No, we're just trying to make up rules for the system that has no rules. That's just...
Well, I mean, that seems good. I don't know.
As narrated, it does feel like close combat. It does feel like there should be a minimum distance for firing the thing.
Yeah. I'm going to see if there actually is any rules. No.
I build this one.
Why would there be rules? Wait, here we go. Effects of sonic boom. No. No, there's no rules for it, so...
Actually, was it close enough last time to feel the effect of the boom?
Yeah.
Is it tough enough to resist it?
Let's see. Is there a resisting thing? Characters without any kind of... No, so it's at a minus on initiative, so next round it won't go first, and it has minus to parry and dodge, but honestly it hasn't been very successful at either of those yet either.
I was just randomly curious, because if it had been too far away, I probably would have fired the gun anyway, just to get the penalties.
That said, Roberts is also affected, so thanks for reminding me of that. He's like, holy crap, that was right.
Oh yeah, just thought about that, dude.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, man. What?
Dave's not here, man.
You're gonna be okay. I'm bleeding.
Well, here's a question. We're in a corridor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I fire just straight up to bring some rubble down on his head?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll weapon system for that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, great. I'll roll dodge.
You'll be fine.
No, you're down at the other end of the corridor. The corridor's about 30 feet long, so you should be fine.
Oh, I didn't realize you moved that far.
Okay, so 18 will succeed no matter what status applied.
Yep. So yes, you can. It doesn't do any damage to the creature, but it is slowing it down. So it can't move, so it can't dodge. It can only parry with its one good arm.
That's good.
And that's at a -3. So we'll say a -6 now.
All right.
So also, Roberts is now super unhappy because you fired your boom gun off twice in a confined space.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We'll write the monster a strongly worded letter. Okay, there.
He was like, the shooting and the yelling was bad enough, but now I can't hear.
If he starts that shit, I'll just be like, what?
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of how awesome I am.
I have that problem often.
All right. Camden.
Yeah.
It is your move.
Usually it's about 30 feet away. Let me check one thing. Did I ever get?
Whip out your gun and fire one of those bursty deals again.
It's kind of what I was thinking.
It's a -6 to parry, and it can't parry bullets, so you just got to get above a 4. It's a wild shot, but you're very likely to succeed. So.
What the heck? I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
I say full clip it. Why not?
Yeah, sure. I rolled a 17.
That's enough.
How much damage that ended up doing?
With the full clip or full magazine. does, let's see, be a long burst because you've already fired once. So roll normal damage dice for 1 round times 5.
Oh, damn. Like my best damage roll to date. 17 times 5. So 50, 85?
That's enough to kill it. You riddle it full of laser holes.
Awesome.
And it's a bunch of, like, well, comparatively quiet popping sounds as bits of blood and stuff and chicken and whatnot explode off the thing.
Who's looking at Leo and hold up my rifle? I brought my boom boom too.
And that said, you've pretty much taken care of all the Vry, so the next bit pretty much goes as planned. Other than Roberts is now not a fan of you, Leo. Not a fan.
He finally met someone that doesn't like him.
Well, that doesn't like him after having been in a combat with him. So, generally speaking, once people have been through combat with Leo, they're like, "Yeah, you seem like a legit guy because I fought you for reasons." Yeah, so he manages to close it. It's not easy, and you managed to clear up the rest of them. There weren't many left.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the end.
And we got to get out of here, and the armory will blow, and this entire place will be ruined. Good for us.
Yay!
Yep. So you blow the place as you go, and get back to town. Because again, you're fairly quick, and it's about a couple days north. So the magic is still wonky. There are occasionally aftershocks. Lots of trees knocked down, lots of rock slides. The landscape has changed again. It's not okay. You go back to town. Many of the buildings have fallen down. Some people were injured or dead, but
what's her name? Two Toes is fine.
Yeah, no, yeah. Old Lady Two Toes is fine. Well, she can't be killed. She's just too cool. The Salish are not happy with you because part of their power base was magical, and you just screwed up the magic for the region.
Well, they can go talk to Roberts, who is like, the entire universe will die if we don't stop this. Okay.
Yeah, well, he's still bleeding from the ears, so.
Not many people talking to him.
But yeah, so the professor comes up and she's super excited about all of it. Like, she wants to get all your recordings and all your data.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bit of a party. It's more of a remembrance, more of a memorial than an actual celebration. Like, everybody's trying to celebrate, but a lot of people died. A lot of things changed. And just as the night is ending, coalition troops show up at the gate, and we're gonna cut. And that's the end of this campaign.
All right.
I think. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. How'd you guys like it? Just curious.
It was fun because I remembered playing this so much when I was younger. that was the big selling point to me. Just, oh my God, Rifts! I haven't played this in years.
Well, it helped me fix a lot of problems with my game where I'm trying to do an old school, like my old school Renaissance as a game, and I'm like, I want to get the feel of the games I remember as a kid, but maybe not the mechanics of the games I remember as a kid, just something like them. And so I think the tiered system works. I think I need to manipulate it a little bit. Definitely broaden the skills, which I already have, and so I have something like 26 skills instead that are rather broad and cover a lot of areas, including personality skills. But yeah, I think overall it went pretty well for me. I learned a lot of interesting things. Did you like it, Bill?
The system again does not recommend itself, but we knew that going in, and that's part of the charm.
Yeah.
The game itself was very fun. You had good answers for anything and everything that came up. The characters were interesting. The situation lent itself to, a feeling of like seriousness and danger, and that was great. Overall, I had a lot of fun. This actually inspired me to write a tool for procedural cultural generation, by which I mean, given a map or given some area, generate some plausible sounding, like local cities, cultures, areas or whatever, based on keywords. And that tool is about, I think, 50% of the way done.
I would love to see it when you're done, because I would like to steal something like that. I've been working on a, because my hack has a lot of dimension travel. Because one of the things that always bugged me about rifts was there weren't any rules for using the rifts. Like they're central to the game, but there's no real rules for using them. And I was like, okay, what does a world like that look like? And so I stole a bit from Planescape and how you do that, in Planescape and that sort of thing. Because
so I actually put a link into.
Yeah, I saw that. I just jumped over to it.
Okay. It's not super effective right now. There's two tabs: the Perlin Noise tab and keywords. Perlin Noise is where you'd eventually go for everything. What you were looking at is kind of a heat map of three values, which is intrusion, safety, and advancement, which is like how alien is this area, how safe is this area, and how much high tech or high magic or both or whatever is in this area. And those were the three metrics that I could think of to describe a Rifts-like world.
Okay.
The intention is that, based on this auto-generated map, there will be a region detection library that sort of figures out where the boundaries are. Like you can tell, like here's a big spot of red. That's a region. Here's a blob of blue that sort of runs through it. That's a region. I don't have that library plugged in, but once it's done, it will tell you, based on like the ISA numbers for this area, here's the keywords that I came up with. If you go to the keywords tab on that tool and just put manual values in, it will pick 3 from a list. And that master list is actually available here.
Awesome.
And it will sort of just figure out like, here's the basic idea of what this region is about. Here's the major talking points or keywords for this area. What this will then expand into is a series of Mad Libs where the GM will just fill in some specifics, and it'll just have a basic sketch of the area for you in narrative terms.
Awesome. So I was thinking, if you guys want to keep going gaming together on Friday nights, I have a couple games that I'm kind of ready to run. I've got Stars Without Number. I've got kind of a campaign. I mean, it's basically just you have a spaceship traveling around having crazy adventures campaign, but I have a Stars Without Number campaign. I haven't run Jade Punk in a while, so I can always run a game of Jade Punk, which I think would be kind of fun. And then I haven't run Apocalypse World ever, and I wouldn't mind running a game of that either.
I wouldn't mind playing a game like that. It's run by you, I suppose. I don't think I could play Vince Baker's version.
Oh no. Well, I'm not certain.
I think we have the same opinions on it.
I kind of really want to run a Stars Without Number game.
But yeah, the Stars Without Number. I know you were talking about that. You got 6,000 words that you just spit out one night because you were bored.
Yeah, it's well, the setting. Well, I'll tell you about what I have of the setting, or at least the broad strokes of it. It's basically 3, because I use the random generator. There's a guy put together a random sector generator. And I ended up with 3 tech level 5, which is the highest tech level in the game, civilizations. And so I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And then I looked at the map that was also randomly generated with it, and each of them is in their own little separate cluster. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. So it's basically three very distinct, super powerful civilizations with all the little ones around it trying to either catch up or keep up, And then, so I've got the libertarian utopia, I've got the harsh communist regime, and then I've got the weird aristocratic Dune-esque, kind of setup, in each in their own little cluster. Because the most they can really control is about 3 hexes out in any direction. So even though they're quite powerful, and so it's interesting. I think it would be interesting. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It could be good. I'm starting a new job on Monday. I want to see how my schedule is in terms of getting home on Friday nights. I think it should be okay, but I'd like to ask for just like a week to make sure.
Okay, cool. And also, I think if either of you know anyone who would want to play, because Stars Without Number is fairly lethal. In fact, by fairly I mean really darn lethal until you're about level 3 or 4. So having more people to fill the niches is handy. I wouldn't mind having two more players if you guys know anybody who'd want to play.
That might want to.
Otherwise, I'll put a call out in the Stars Without Number group. They're pretty active there, so.
And Kristen might want to. I don't know what her Friday nights are like. I know she's always talking about wanting to get into a Stars Without Number game. Jen might want to just so she doesn't have to sit here and just listen to us babble all night.
Well, that's the other thing in Stars Without Number. It's super lethal for the first couple levels.
She doesn't care about that. She has, when, there's a chance of death on the line, the dice always seem to roll in her favor. Yep, it's lethal, all right. Everything else is fucking dead. So is your entire party, but I'm alive, right?
Wow. Yeah, and yeah, the idea is you guys will have like a tramp freighter and travel around. If you want to see what
galactic Italian rug merchants.
Yeah, you can be rug merchants. I'm sure that's a thing. So, I don't know why Italian toupees are so powerful, but there you are.
Jacob records all his games. He's like one of those quarterbacks that goes back on the weekends and watches his games to see where he screwed up.
I do watch my own games, yes.
Do you really?
And I do take notes, yes.
Okay.
Well, I had the idea in my head to do a podcast where I talk about what I was planning and what ended up coming out, and then using clips of the thing. But then I was like, my brand new computer just broke yesterday or the day before.
Well, why did you do that?
I didn't. Windows 8 broke it.
Well, that window. See.
And the fun part is, it won't let me log in because it's so slow. It takes, I don't know how long, because now it won't turn on. So I can't even go back in and install Linux to make it work.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm going to have to send it in after a week and a half of owning it.
Yeah.
That sucks. I've got a GM out of, where is he? Boston? My Sunday GM is in Boston, and he was working on this really crappy machine that was giving him all sorts of problems. So I was talking to Jen, I'm like, we have these laptops that we bought because we were always at the hospital. We don't use them anymore. This one's like 4 years old. Maybe I should just send it up to him. And she's like, yeah, you can send him that one or send him mine. It's a little bit newer. At least it'll be something. And I was talking to him. He's like, oh, no, everything's fixed. Got it all working, da-da-da. Next thing I know, there's a message. He's like, hey, guys, I'm at the library. My computer's down, blah, blah, blah. And now I have no way to get home and be like, I'll just send you a computer, dude.
Yeah, it's I hate buying a new computer because they all have Windows or Mac OS X, and those are just two sides to the same stupid coin. But if you want to play video games, you got to have a Windows or an Apple machine.
Yeah.
Although it is very exciting, Netflix can now be watched on Linux, which was forever a thing you just couldn't do.
Yeah, the Silverlight plugin slowly, painfully came on there, and I think Netflix changed its stuff as well, but yeah.
Yeah, well, Silverlight is also Microsoft, so yay! And
well, the thing is that the mono guys really were pushing it, like Miguel de Acasa and especially, but like many members of the Mono Project wanted things like Silverlight on Linux for reasons like this.
Well, and I love that Silverlight didn't work just because Microsoft believes everyone on Linux is a pirate. It's like, no, not really. It actually takes probably a fair bit of work to actually do that, and most people who use Linux are legit because most people who use Linux are usually system admins or something. But
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I just love Linux doesn't run things unless I tell it to run things.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft, I'm fairly certain I screwed up my Windows 8 machine by clicking, yeah, go ahead, allow it to go for something I didn't know what it was because I have no idea what's running in the background of my machine. I do know even when it was fast, it took 15 minutes for my computer to turn on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what are you doing for 15 minutes?
Now, was that 15 minutes to actually log into Windows, or is that 15 minutes to post, or?
Oh, it was 15 minutes from pushing the button to actually being able to click around and do stuff.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well,
I was just trying to figure out like where the delay was coming from, because if it's
I imagine it's running a whole bunch of stuff. It was brand new. It's contacted everything. It's doing all the things, and now I have no idea what I did because I have no idea what they label everything funny, and I have no idea what anything is, nor any ability to actually do it. Like, I don't even know what to ask on the forums. Like, hey, it runs really slow and now it doesn't work,
mm-hmm.
and everyone's like, okay. Yeah. The closest thing I can find is something from 2013, and I'm like, that's too old. Is this something that only happens to me, or is this something I just am not asking the right question?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you can get it to the point where it does log in at all.
Oh yeah, then I'm just gonna tear everything out, and then get Linux running because I can do the rest with Wine if I have to. Mm-hmm. I don't like using Wine for running my games, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And actually, DOSBox now has stuff for Linux, so you can actually run some of the old, like, good old game stuff has actual Linux downloads for it now.
Mm-hmm.
So I can play my Master of Orion 2, which is really important to me.
Excellent.
All right.
I've still got Windows 8 on my desktop, but I've got my Linux server over here, and I've got a virtual machine with DigitalOcean that's hosted. So yeah.
Well, the fun part about being almost completely computer literate is that I have weird gaps because I'm not a programmer. I'm a theater person, but over the years I've played a lot of computer games and had to tweak a lot of computer stuff. So I kind of know what I'm doing, but then when I hit a gap, I'm just like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I had to walk a client through troubleshooting. They couldn't get their site to work right on their machine. They're like, yeah, it's doing this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, it's working for me, so I know the problem's on your end. All right, so I give him, like, all these troubleshooting steps that, like, at the very bottom of this very long email, like, or you could just try another browser and see if that works. He's like, yeah, I did that. It worked. I'm like, then at least I know you at least skimmed the email. Like, you want me to come over here? Because our client is literally that client's literally right across the street. I'm like, I could come over there and fix it for you, but I do have to bill you our hourly rate. He's like, no. Because that's not my job at all. I'm the SEO guy.
I used to be the computer help desk for Bank of America for their website. That was a weird job.
Talking about their useless sport folk.
Well, they're only about 10 years behind the curve. It's fine. So, just hope they never get a brute force attack or something. Yeah, I was the manager. If you ever call your bank and want to talk to a manager, you're talking to somebody like me with no authority, no ability to do anything except listen to you and de-escalate you. That was my training. I used to train people on how to do that too, how to talk people down. Be like, no, don't worry. Those charges are legitimate and your fault. And my job was to get people to like that I said that. So I was very good at it. I know a lot of people who know me in real life don't believe me when I say that, but no, over the phone, I'm one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. All right, so we're thinking Stars Without Number, 2 weeks, because next week what is your new job?
I'm starting work at a company called Tableau in Seattle, which does data visualization tools. Their main product is this download where you plug in a data source, and then you can have this palette of graphing and visualization options, and you sort of drag those in, and you can add stuff to dimensions and measurements and stuff. So if you're asking questions like, I have tools, I have tools for getting raw data from my sales on DriveThruRPG or wherever. Show me, growth of sales over time. Show me, sales by correspondence to this other metric. Now would be a sample application for it.
So is that like a moddable GUI or something, or?
Well, kind of. Like if you're familiar with, the, what is that program called? I forget what it is, but well, let me get off that. Have you ever done charts in Excel?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like that, but not based on Excel specifically. Like it's its own independent program, but you can say, go connect to this Excel workbook for your data, or go connect to Google Analytics, or go connect to...
Yeah. It was really funny because we just looked at Tableau about 2 weeks ago, and we're considering buying it, and then we realized, wait a minute, we've got this in Microsoft Office now.
Yeah, they have stuff that will connect to Office, but if you need like that super flexible visualization system, it's pretty good. They can also push your visualization worksheet or whatever to a server, and you can share that with other people, and so they can kind of see the same dashboard you're looking at.
Yeah, there's a little known part of Office 365 that does all of that, and that's not now, which we found by chance while we were looking at Tableau and about to get the permission to go buy it. And then somebody said, well, and I said, I don't know, it's a Microsoft product. And she's like, yeah, but we're already paying for it. I said, oh, damn. So she did all the work to figure out how to make it work. I used Tableau's demo. I'm like, I really like this. Look, I click and it works.
Yeah, I'm not going to say 365 is bad, but
yeah.
No, it's my current boss is hilarious. She's afraid of computers, like Skynet afraid, right? Like absolutely convinced. She's afraid of computerized thermostats. Hates them. Will not allow them in the building. I'm like, it's the same thing. It just has a button instead of a dial.
I like your boss. More things go wrong with the electronic one.
I disagree because we now have to handwrite all of our inventory because she refuses to let us do it in QuickBooks and then just print it out because something could go wrong. And I'm like, but if we have 4 people all handwriting the inventory, something is guaranteed to go wrong, and our inventory day takes a week. So, it's fun, but the fun part is she'll never see this, because she doesn't have those kinds of tools and never wants them.
Nice.
That's okay. She hired me, and I like that. She's a nice lady. She just has a really weird quirk that I don't get. Like
my boss thinks he's computer literate. But
those are the worst.
Is a Microsoft Surface. It's hysterical because there's so much stuff he can't get to work. Like he can't print anything half the time. He has to call the receptionist and have her print stuff out because his Surface just decides, I don't want to connect to the network. No, not gonna do it.
That's all right. I've got to print out every email we get so that she can read them, and then she'll write a response, and then I have to type the response and email it out.
Oh my goodness, that's kind of awesome.
It's weird. Yeah, it's like being a switchboard operator in the 90s. Like it's just something that you wouldn't think anybody actually did anymore, but there it is. That's a thing. And then we keep trying to convince her to get a secretary. Because technically I should be working on the on the shipping floor because I'm a shipper, but yeah, we're like you just need a secretary, somebody to answer the phones, print out your emails, and then type your responses. But no, we all do it instead. It's fine. It's just funny. But all right, so Stars Without Numbers is free. So if you don't have it, go get it. It's free on DriveThruRPG. It's a pretty solid game. It's basically just an old school D&D-esque game with bits of Traveler glommed on rather elegantly, I think. And so if you want to make characters, go ahead and make characters. I can probably put together a folder or something that we can all put our stuff in.
And if we get a third person, we'd have one of each, because I think they have, like, what, just 3 character classes?
They technically have 4 classes. If you have the purchased book, they have a artificial intelligence class.
Okay.
Which is my favorite, but it's interesting. Like, the way he did artificial intelligence was very clever. But, yeah, I would rather have 2 more people, just because, again, if you're going to have a ship, you're going to need the right skill sets. You're going to need gunnery and piloting and various other things. So,
yep.
But yeah, even 1 more person would make things quite a bit smoother. And 4 is about my limit on hangouts as far as people I can run for. Beyond that, it starts getting hectic.
Or spam, whatever comes first.
All right, and yeah. We'll go. I'll go ahead and set up. I guess not this week, because what's the point? But I'll set up an event for 2 weeks from now. And guys, let me know if you find somebody who wants in, who can make our hectic schedule of once every couple weeks. So.
Yeah, like I said, Jen will probably join in, and I know Kristen's looking for a game. I just don't know if she can play on Friday. So.
And if they want to know what the game looks like in play, there's it's called Swan Song. There's actually a whole series run. It's run by Adam Koebel, who is one of the writers for Dungeon World. And that's where I found out I completely disagree with almost everything he believes, but that's okay. He's a decent GM. Well, I've come to the conclusion that many game designers, myself included, are kind of dumbly arrogant in really weird ways. You're just like, why? Like, it did lead me to start like thinking about the way I look at games, and I'm like, I'm kind of an elitist. I really shouldn't be. So I will say that's good. And he's not a bad guy. He runs a solid game. So yeah, if you want to see what it's like, it's called Swan Song, and it's by the what do they call it? It's on YouTube. Just look up Stars Without Number Swan Song. All right, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Great.
All right, take care.